Oh, hello. Just dying to see how things are going in the fantasy league this week, aren't you? Well, let's see how our marquee matchup from last week went. With the Slow Dogs playing the Pandas, and I like the way you cricket playing the Honey Buckets. I am happy to report that Team East Lansing recorded two huge wins and shot right into second place in the race for the Cup. So Berkeley's still got a lead on the trophy, but East Lansing's right behind with 21 points needed to catch up. Chicago's just behind us. Milford and Cleveland are still hanging in there, and I'm sure Farmington and Madison are also having fun. This week is going to be a big one. There's some awesome matchups here in week 4, and I just don't know which one to pick. We've got Brandon playing Kevin in a matchup between division leaders. Both of them are 2-1, and somebody's got to win this division eventually. Could be either of them. We've got a matchup between the people atop both divisions, right? As Trisha attempts to avenge her husband's death against Scott, the Widowmaker Van Kampen. Scott's 2-1, and both of his wins are against people who have only lost to him. So I'm really excited to see who's going to come out of this one alive, whether it's Trisha or Scott, who you can see here kind of playing badminton. We also have some more personal matchups this week. Like Carla, who is without a doubt the luckiest person in our league, currently 2-1 with 202 points scored and 193 points against, facing off against the unluckiest person in our league, Amanda, who's 0-3 despite having scored more than 30 points more than Carla, thanks to the fact that people score so many more points against Amanda than anybody else. It's kind of ridiculous. She has far and away the lead league for points against. These two are going to be celebrating Carla's birthday this Sunday together, and so I'm really hoping things get nasty. Michelle's playing her little brother Matt this week. You can see their loving relationship depicted here as he towers over her. And speaking of height disparities, I'm facing off against Will in the battle of people that Celia loves. You can see Will here just being absolutely ripped, and you can see me here being decidedly less so. If you really wanted an illustration of how incredible this fitness disparity is, you can check out the comments on Will's picture, which is like legitimately offering his services as a tight end in the NFL, and the comment on this picture, which is threatening to release this picture if I ever try and to get into public office. Cece plays Allison this week in the Honey Honey matchup. These two are similar in more ways than just their team names. For example, they both spent some time living with Michelle in college. They've both met the Easter Bunny. And they both experimented with facial hair in college. My favorite thing about these two pictures is playing a little game I like to call Guess Which of These Pictures I Took Michelle's Comment From. But we have to celebrate the marquee matchup this week, Tony versus Tony, till death do us part. This is our first matchup this season between husband and wife. Happy anniversary this week, by the way. And as we look back on a year of marriage for you two, I can't help but remember this moment I overheard at your ceremony sitting in the front row. And you might think the guy in the front of this picture is me, but it's actually Marianne's brother, who looks identical to me from behind. Back on October 1st, 2016, Marianne said, "Someday, Nick. Someday when you least expect it." Marianne, please, this is supposed to be our vows. And I know the law's good too, so they'll never pin it on me. Why isn't anyone stopping this? I remember that just like it's yesterday. So, don't forget to say your lineup. Marianne, don't murder your husband.